Welcome everyone on our channel Consider Justice Canada. My name is Amanda. Today is going to be kind of a hard video today. We did a little bit of, it's hard to smile because you know what, we did a video that was very gruesome, and you'll see what we mean by gruesome. It's just the way he died is not right. But this channel is about mystery, cold cases, and homicide. And we're here to put out some voices for people and to bring awareness. So today we are going to be speaking on not cold case, it's a homicide. Because they found the killer and everything, but we need to bring awareness to these people that did this. So we're going to be speaking about a gentleman named Tim Bosma. And when you hear this story, it's unimaginable what he went through. And guys, I'm just going to let you guys know it might be a two-part video because it's a big story. It's a big one. And we're sorry if we haven't been here for 6 days. We've been doing the research and we got everything ready for you guys. So we're going to do 2 videos. So just hold on and we'll talk about this. So we're going to show you a picture of Tim Bosma. This is Tim Bosma, and this is his wife, Charlene. And then we'll tell you a story about him, of what happened to this gentleman. So this gentleman, his name is Tim Bosma. He lived in Ancaster by the Hamilton, Ontario, Canada, guys. Tim Bosma was only 32 years old when he got killed. And he is described as a fun, well you can see that, a fun, loving man who lived life to his fullest. He just loved his pickup truck, and I got a picture of his pickup truck, guys. And that was his baby, and he loved it. He loved his truck. That was his baby. So I'm going to put back the picture of Tim Bosma while I'm talking because you need to see him while I'm talking. So he loved his truck. It was a Dodge Ram pickup truck. And the only music you would hear is country music. That's all you would hear from it. He sadly had to sell his prized possession since his truck was breaking down all the time. Costing him a small fortune in repairs. So he couldn't afford it anymore. So he had no choice but to sell it. On May 6, 2013, Tim was heading home to Ancaster, back home, to meet someone. And this is where it turns horrible, guys. Just wait till you hear this. To meet someone who was interested in test driving the truck Tim was selling. He waited for the buyer for several hours, and by now, the sun was going down. Which I don't understand why he just didn't go home and just did it the next day. Oh yeah, he was at home, yes. But I don't understand why he just didn't tell the buyer, sorry, we're not doing it till tomorrow. You know, that's kind of strange. A person goes in the middle of the night, like 9 o'clock at night, to go and test drive the truck. Yeah, we're going to tell that story. The sun was going down and it was somewhat dark. So he then called his wife, Charlene, and asked if he should stay or come back and figure things out in the morning. She believed everything would be fine. She thought, the worst case scenario that could happen is the truck will be stolen. Which I understand her thinking. Because that's what could be the worst case scenario. You would think somebody would murder you over a truck. So anyways, let's hold on to that. The two men, they don't say yet, but we'll show you a picture of these 2 men. So 1 second. These 2 men, right here, will tell you a story about them. Who they are, what happened. We're going to tell you guys. These people are monsters. Okay, so the 2 men finally showed up at around 9 p.m. Think about this, guys. Who would go and see a truck at 9 p.m.? And to boot, listen to this, to meet Tim Bosma for the test drive. He found it kind of bizarre when they started walking there. Why were they walking when they're test driving a truck at 9 p.m. at night, guys? That's kind of fishy. I would have said no thank you. I don't want to be mean, but if I was Tim Bosma, I would have said no. But Tim Bosma was a loving, friendly person, so he thought, what can happen? Which everybody thinks that at that situation. Okay, so first of all, they came very late, and now 2 men are approaching him on foot. So that's what he's thinking. Like, you're coming at 9 p.m., testing my truck on foot. Where's your truck? Where's your car? Where's your thing? That doesn't make sense right there. So he said, okay, well, he left with them because he thought, okay, well, that's kind of bizarre, but let's just get over it. Let's just sell his truck because he wants the money and everything. So he left to let them test drive the car at 9:20 p.m., guys. Think about this. 9:20 p.m. he has to leave with them. So, and sadly, his wife, that would be the last time she's seen him. Last time, guys, his wife seen him. This woman, and they have a kid too, so. On that very day, nothing was ever the same in Charlene's life. These 2 cowards named Dylan Millard. I'm going to show you one more time those monsters. Because you know what? Put a name in those faces. This is Dylan Millard. And Mark Smith. Okay? I'm going to put back the other picture because you know what? They don't deserve fame. They don't deserve light. They don't deserve anything. I'll show you them again after the video is done. The 2 cowards named Dylan Millard and Mark Smith were the ones who police thought were the kidnappers holding Tim at an unknown location. Tim Bosma and the wife, Charlene, described as an attractive people. They were an attractive people whom both believe they have found their soulmate. At first date, Tim and Charlene were both very unsure about one another. They had met online after all, so maybe it was that, they thought. The reason why it took a little while for them to grow on each other. Tim said to Charlene that she was definitely the weirdest woman that he ever met. That is the cutest thing. Like, that is cute. Although it was also his way of flirting with Charlene. She soon thought of Tim as a catch and decided from early on that this was the man she would marry. And they did get married, guys. They did get married. But everything got taken away from her. Can you just imagine your husband, your love of your life, your soulmate, just vanishing out of your thin air? She thought, okay, they both had grown up in a Dutch family, guys. Dutch family, nice. And we're both Christian as well. In 3 years of time they've been together. They saved and built a house together. Can you imagine that? They built their own house. Wow. That is amazing. And proudly welcome a baby girl, which I'm going to show you the baby girl there because I know there's a picture of the baby girl and his daddy. And this is how much of a loving father he is. You can see how a gentle soul he is. How much he loves his wife and his kid. She soon thought, okay, she got and probably welcomed the baby girl. Tim was a contractor and left for work as he did many times before. Charlene had been worried since she tried to contact him and his cell phone directed her call to his voicemail right away. Then it had been 1 hour. She knew that his phone was 100% battery before he left for the test drive. Then alarm bells went off in her head to call 911 to report her husband as a missing person. Later on that night, the police came over and she told them what she knows. Mike was Tim's best friend who drove past Tim's house every day on his way to work. After work, Tim did as he did, oftenly drive by Tim's and notice a bunch of lights and police vehicles. Mike also seen Tim's stepdad, who informed him that his son was a missing person or a victim of horrible circumstances. Mike Vanderhoont decided to round up as many people, friends, and family to help find Tim, since Charlene was beside herself, not even knowing if he was beaten up, kidnapped, what kind of condition he was in. Was he dehydrated, hungry, cold? The phone at Tim's house was programmed to say who phoned them. Charlene said the phone rang and showed up as Tim's phone. Both devastating. Was only a person who had found his cell phone. Can you imagine that? You think it's your husband calling to say, hey, I'm okay. And no, it's some stranger calling you saying, hey, I found your husband's phone. Or some person's phone because they don't know who it was. But can you just imagine that? In a grassy industrial park. So those people threw his phone in an industrial park to not make him have a phone. Charlene believed that they were making some progress when the police wiretapped his phone to indicate that the signals are coming from Toronto. Dylan Millard and Mark Smith were from Toronto, guys. As suspect, within 40 hours, Tim's case went from a missing person to a homicide investigation. After a great deal of investigation, police had seen that there was this man selling a Dodge truck, and it happened to match as the same truck that he previously test drove. And police also found out there was also another crook helping him commit the crimes. These two commit the crimes. Can you imagine that, guys? Can you imagine that? An innocent father, a loving husband. They also found out one of them carries an Indiana satchel that was green, and he also had a tattoo on his right wrist that said ambition. The police looked at Dylan Millard as a sort of a wonder boy, meaning an exceptional, talented young man or boy. That's what it means, a wonder boy. Born into an aviation family. An aviation family means an airplane. They own airplanes, they flew airplanes, guys. So, aviation family. And at the age of 14, and was able to fly a helicopter solo, which is obviously totally amazing. So he was a very smart boy, but turned out to be a gruesome boy, a monster. Okay, unfortunately, he dropped out of university. This is where it goes downhill for him, Dylan Millard. He dropped out of university at the age of 20 years old. This would be the beginning of his hard times, since he often would be playing in the pool, drinking, or doing several illicit drugs. He then probably started with the robbery, selling narcotics, and even started producing pornography at his set in his family aircraft. What kind of man is this? But yeah, Mark Smith was 23 years old. He was into making gory videos and gangster raps. His videos were all about killing and blood spilling. Mark was also a dropout and had no money, but lived somewhere in Oakville, Ontario. So he didn't live far from Hamilton. Yes, Oakville, Toronto. Sadly, Moore looked up to Dylan as an influence in his life. So Mark looked up to Dylan, and Dylan brought him down even more of a darker path. Guys, think about this. Dylan was known to have weapons. At 27 years old, he took over the family airport hangar, because that's where they put they fix the airplanes. They take the airplanes out of there. That's what they mean by hangar. It's a garage. The police believe that Mark and Dylan were the two culprits that stole Tim Bosma's truck. Now, after leaving the Bosma, you just scratched it off, so sorry. Now, after leaving the Bosma driveway, Mark was spotted following Dylan in a black car. They also made a stop in Brantford. where they changed Bosma's place to avoid detection. Now, 2 hours later, the pair were seen leaving the Waterloo Airport hangar with a trailer carrying what appeared to be a heavy load and heavy equipment. They enter the hangar on foot, Mellor at the left and Dylan Smith on the right. Soon later, a flame erupts on the trailer. Don't worry about it.
Speech.
Yeah.
It's not Smith.
It erupts on the trailer. The following morning, almost 12 hours later, there was a weird text from Dylan to the employers, guys, to not show up for work and to stay far away from the hangar that day. Art Jennings had been working at the hangar for the past few months. Art decided to go into work the following day. He was immediately spooked since he's seen the same black truck that belongs to Tim Bosma, guys. Art knew about the running boards that this was no doubt the stolen truck when Art returned to work on Thursday. He took a picture of the truck. He wrote down the VIN number and called 911 and asked them to check out the VIN on the truck. And the operator confirmed his hunch. It was, after all, Tim Bosma. Thank you, Art, for doing that. Thank you for putting the word out and trying to help Tim Bosma's family. Okay, Art rushed outside involvement since he was in shock. He waited until Friday to report the truck in fear that his family would be harmed. Because you know what? Like he was thinking, Art was very scared for his well-being. And well, as his family, because he said, if Dylan can do this to him, what can he do? What can he do to his family? Like, you know, what can he do? So the police, they found Dylan. The police put a track number on him to track him down to see where he was and to investigate him, to keep a close surveillance on him. And was seen at the hangar and soon after was arrested. So they arrested him at the hangar at his work that he was working at. And soon after was arrested. The police tried Dylan with forcible confinement, theft over 5,000 guys. Because the truck is more than 5,000 guys. It's more than that. The police received a tip from a neighbor. The police went to Dylan's mom's house. At Dylan's mom's house, they seized the trailer and they searched the trailer inside. The trailer Tim Bosma truck, there was a gunshot residue and shell casing. And Dylan Millard fingerprints all over it. Ding, 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 ding. In the box of the truck, they found a lot of blood with the help of a luminol. It allows the investor to see blood and patterns of blood spatter and further helps their investigation since it is some pretty great evidence. Tim Bosman, oh, that's it for this one. How long do we have? 20. Okay, we might be able to put this in. So, plus, guys, you know what? We're gonna do part 2 next time because you know I don't want to make it too much. But you can see what kind of people they are. They killed Tim Bosma, but there's 2 more people we're gonna be talking about. So just stay tuned for the next one. We're gonna do a part 2. But can you imagine that, guys? That these 2 people. I'll show you again, one more time. Put a name to those faces. These 2 people show up to buy a truck. Instead of buying a truck, they go and kill the person. Why? Just steal the freaking truck and leave the man alone. You don't need to kill people just to get their stuff. Because you know what? I don't understand that. That was like very stupid of their part. And it was very stupid taking away a gentleman that didn't do nothing. All he was doing is just sell the truck for money. And because it was costing him too much money. It's not because he wanted to sell the truck. And these 2 cops could have took him. Because you know what? You know what? They would have let that. he would let them took it because no way he didn't want it anyways. I bet you think he was like, you know what, take my truck. Just don't kill me. Let me live with my family. Let me be with my daughter. Let me be with my wife. No, instead they decided to take his life. And take these two sweet couples. Look at that, little girl and everything. Oh, I'm going to show you his wife. They are adorable. She loved him. They were soulmates. I don't understand where it went wrong that night. And it's weird that, guys, if somebody comes in your driveway to buy something at 9 o'clock, don't do it. It's a red flag right there. They're not there to be nice, and there's something fishy. And walking, where's the car? Where's everything? Like, you know, that is kind of a bizarre thing. Seriously, I wish they didn't need to have 3 people dying before catching these people. And we'll tell you the other 3 people who they are. There's 2 more people actually, sorry, yeah. There's 2 more people. But this is absurd. Like, you know, it's really bizarre, very sad. He's only 32 years old, guys. And he was not selling the truck because he wanted to. He needed to. So, I don't know. These people are sick. They really do need the help. And I hope they get the help in jail. And I hope they get the help they need, because too many people die on these hands of these people. And we're going to be talking part 2 on Monday, because Saturday, we're going to try and do another video on Saturday. And like I said, sorry for not doing videos for 6 days. It's just, if you see this, these are all the papers we did, guys. And it was a big stack, and it took us a little while because we had to rummage through it and make sure we're getting all the information and get proper information. Like I said, it's going to take us time, but we will put the information out there as soon as we get it. It's just, we want to make sure that we're doing the proper information, the proper things for you, so we don't just bring stuff that does not make sense and stuff that is not true. Because you know what? 2 minutes later, we can find, oh, well, that's something else happened. Oh, we found another person got killed by this person. So then we find more stuff that it's harder like that way, so it's going to take us time. So just be patient with us. Subscribe to us. Please put a like. We are going to try the best we can to work with you guys, if you could work with us. If you heard about this Tim Bosman's case or the other 2 cases we're going to be talking about, let us know. And to the family, I'm sorry that you had to lose Tim Bosman the way he did. And the way I have to tell you guys how he died. It's so, here's some guys should just bear with me. They burned his body to unrecognizable. They couldn't even recognize him. So that story, we're going to tell you what happened and everything, because he burnt 2 people. Can you just imagine that? So just stay tuned, because we got another one we're going to be talking about. And the other one, we're just going to tell her name. Her name is Laura Babcock. Babcock, guys. So we're going to be talking about her. She'll be part 2, because you know what? These need to be brought. Even if it's a cold case, we need to bring justice. And we need to bring light to these monsters. And we need to bring awareness and everything to show you guys who they are. So if they do come out of jail, then you are safe and you know who they are. To watch out for yourself. But this case was hard, but I'm happy doing this for you guys. And that, you know what, it really makes my heart really happy that we have 33 subscribers. I want to say thank you to 2 people that I really know, because they already told me that they subscribe. I want to say thank you to Roseanne Vero for subscribing to us. Thank you so much. Oh no, actually there's 3 of them, sorry. Michael King, thank you for subscribing to us. Really appreciate for your subscription, your love. Thank you so much. And Roseanne too, I really love that you're giving us love too, and that you're giving us subscription. And everyone is Claire Leduc. Thank you so much for subscribing to us. Thank you so much. So now we have 33 subscribers. Last time I was asking you guys, what do everybody wants me to do as a challenge? And I want to know everybody's opinion. So send me a comment underneath of how many subscribers you like me to have. 35 to 40. Decide which number, and I want to pick whoever takes. If 10 people take 40, I'll take that one. If 10 people take 35, I'll take that number. But we'll divide it, and I want everybody's opinion. Which one do they want me to do a challenge on, 35 or 40? Because you know what? I want to do something fun. I want to do something awesome. Like I said, I won't do anything spicy, but I'll do something else. Like, you know, I'll do anything else, like Chubby Bunny, or, you know, I don't know what else there is. Challenges. There's all kinds of challenges out there. If it makes sense, I'll do it for sure. Just let me know what kind of challenge, how many subscription. So thank you so much for the 33 subscribers. Thank you to Claire, Roseanne, and Michael. Really appreciate all the love that we've been having. We've been having 33 subscribers, and we're growing as a family. We're small detectives, but we're getting bigger as detectives. Thank you so much. Thank you. And I think that's it. That's all we have. And I hope you like part 2. Thank you. Bye.